One thing I enjoy about working here is the challenges of sound for opera. San Francisco Opera has performed here in the War Memorial Opera House since 1931. The house seats approximately 3,000 people. People always ask me a lot of times, what do you need to do sound for opera? Aren't the singers acoustic? And of course, most shows are. But we really have to concentrate here on backstage support for dressing rooms, support for crew. We do live broadcasts, to Oracle Ballpark every couple of years. We've done radio broadcasts, and more recently we've been doing live streaming of our performances. And I have to really have the ability to have multiple mixers, multiple engineers, but all be able to share a single resource. My journey to Lawo started out in a simple form, which was just looking for a MADI sample rate converter. And that was how I was introduced to the company. As my journey continued, as it was time for equipment replacement cycles, I started looking at their consoles, and not only was I really interested in just how the consoles worked and all the features I got, but it was native RAVENNA. We purchased our first console from Lawo in 2015, and that was to be in our audio post room / where we did our live radio broadcast mixes. When it came time to replace our consoles for the main theater, it was an obvious choice to go with Lawo. Our MC56 Mark III and our MC36 Mark II at front of house have just been, such a seamless integration with our original console and all of our other gear. All of our God mics are on a power core, which works great to have it as a standalone system. After installing our MC36 at front of house, we quickly came to the realization that whenever a guest designer or engineer came into the house, the position of the console was in the very back of the orchestra level, underneath a balcony, and really so far back that you couldn't even see the line array hanging for the main PA. Eventually, with the new crystals, we had a perfect solution where we could put a couple of remote fader modules out in the middle of the theater for all of our tech period, have a nice listening position, and then remove them and just go back to the main console once we were in showtime. Once we set it up and they just saw how easily they could just go out, make their moves, do any adjustments they needed to, and then run back to the other console for the actual, rest of the rehearsals. It was just, no issues at all. It just fell into place. Not having to have miles and miles and miles of analog snakes running everywhere has just made things easier. Remote controlling preamps, having preamps as close to the source as possible has really just improved the overall audio quality from when I started here. One of the things also that has really been a game changer for just us in general doing audio is having such a modular system where not everything has to be in the same room. The desks can be in our sound booth, which is on the 5th floor behind the stage. Desk at front of house. Preamps in the equipment room, preamps down in the pit, and all connected just via some simple Ethernet cables running around the building. Working with Lawo has just been a pleasure, from just sales questions to support. I definitely cannot complain at all with how easy it is to always get somebody to help us.